We have some things we want to say. We're trying to answer pretty real quickly, and we'll try to write as soon as we can. When we told you that we're the last two Rockefellers left, my beloved husband, Quebec chapter, Shabbat and I, and I made Fortune magazine as an inheritor of oil. Now, the bad people trying to kill us are making that noise on purpose because they hear me talking. But it's wrong, right? Okay, so we want to let you know that too. They're dirty and they're filthy. We want to let you know that those dwarfs were attached to Epstein, who was fake. His plea bargain was the fact that he admitted that he was actually Cold War, fake, and a Catholic that was sent to try to spy on us and destabilize Israel, trying to make a Catholic king in our place because he was the Catholic King Epstein. You know, I got his name from that program, head of the class. But he wasn't a Jew. He was Christian. He was Catholic. So that's how the dwarf is. It was actually the dwarf man with all those dwarfs. That's supposed to be his brother. They're not Jews. We told you about Cold War. That's it. I always come to my husband, that dwarf that was already big inside and in the mind, grown as the Sultan. My birth father was the Sultan. My beloved Shabbat, I became Sultan and Sultana. My birth father, Rothschild, was the Sultan of Turkey. So now I want to let you know too. And America doesn't own any oil fields in Saudi Arabia. And we're also the Iranian oil company. So we own all those things. We showed you those things. They don't own anything. People inherit things like that. It's we looked at too. I'm not from Ohio. I'm not from America. And neither was our relative, Rockefeller. He wasn't from Ohio either. You know, people, when they retire from a cold place with blizzards, they retire to a sunny place like Florida. And Spellman's a Jewish last name. Spellman and Davidson. They were Jews trying to hide their wealth from the Nazis. But that's it. We just let you too. See what the Americans try to do? They call themselves trying to take apart Standard Oil. But it's not theirs. They don't have any oil fields in Saudi Arabia. They don't have any oil fields in Persia. They don't have any oil fields in Azerbaijan. Standard Oil, Esso, Total, Exxon, Mobil, Total, Esso, Occidental Petroleum. And that's Standard Oil, and we inherit those things. BP, British Petroleum, also Standard Oil. Saudi Arabian Oil Company, we inherited Standard Oil. And also, Aramco, Saudis gave us 10% for our wedding present. Gave me and my beloved husband 10% of Aramco. That's it. Amarada Delta Hess, also Saudi Arabia. And, you know, we were kidnapped by Rudolph Hess. Actually, his name was Dunner. Him and Apostle Charles. And Beyonce and Halle Berry and Fake Mo. And, what's his name? George Bush. Tried to kill us. Took me to Spandau prison, ordered the death of my beloved Katrina, and so did Angela Merkel, who was our Nazi queen, and the Pope, who blew up hell out of town to Rome, Pope Benedict. So he was a Pope John Paul, so we went too. So we told us before I put it in writing, but I'm not from America. I'm from America, and all the whores on the planet try to prostitute for money, including their homo men. It started with Alia's a terrorist group. They cried up from Cyprus in 2008. And they're taking pictures and telling lies about it, the whores down the street. They're really wrong. So they did a trouble thing and basically said they would do anything for money. They sticked all their whores because the Americans don't have any money. And they do not steal our oil fields. The oil fields, they killed me for my diamond lines I had in Russia alone. I sell my diamonds to the Bears. And I own 97% of local oil. The government owns 3%. They told all lies, all these sluts that they sticked on us. We had to put away. They came killing our men, trying to bring in our people. That's just it. So I just looked at too. There's no way to take a picture right down here in front of me. They're really wrong, those. So that's it. We're talking to you, and they're really sluts that the American government tried to stick to get money for them. The Americans blew up our bank. It's obviously blew up our bank. If you look on the inside, there's a hole in the ceiling over the ATM. And all the ones are blown out. You know, they did that. People are talking, they did that. We don't have any money. Gustad, when we had our concert, and I could only come to make an appearance, our Rothschild's concert, just to make an appearance, and I came, and at the train station, I brought those things, some of the things they stole. The Gustad, the Spanish Gustad said, they always come, they don't have any money, and always begging for things. The questions. We also have palaces in Gustad. So basically, they told all those lies. These nigger criminal people. A criminal is considered a nigger. Nigger is not a color. It means simplest, lazy, crooked, and stingy, and thief. murder, and the horror homo person. Okay, we're going to tell you something about the War of Magog. It's all the homos and whores. That's Magog. And they helped the Apostles Charles who called themselves Gog of Magog. Beyonce calls them Tubal of Magog. They went for the asteroid. They cost you. They bothered so much. The asteroid, they keep, is it because the asteroid pitched them off? The war that Magog fought us. The Magogians, homosexuals, whores, and every other dirty thing. Pagan worshippers, idols, coveters, dirty, filthy, dumb things. They came after us, trying to destabilize us, like Epstein, who was actually a Catholic. We have to put him in prison. Now, people couldn't stand him. We could say, oh, we have to catch him. He never had any money. He always borrowed everything. He said his islands tied up the money up. It's a lie. I own islands. I own islands in Russia, I heard it does, and I own islands in other places, like Mafia. It's administrative islands. People these whores are dressed down there and they're really wrong. They're not our people, and they lie. And they're not ours. They don't have any money. And the oil companies are not just. So the emperor tried to tear it apart, and they didn't know man, that had been in our family, but they couldn't remember what he had done. He was our relative. He was a Jew. Rockefeller. They got caught trying to steal a brain for money. Einstein wasn't from, he's our relative. Einstein wasn't from America. They got caught on his corpse. Now that's what people do. They move from a blizzard area to a sunny area. People retire from the cold area. I own Luke Oil. I have big plush offices in other places. Not in a small place. So these people lied. You know what they had done to him? They saw what he had and they tried to take his things that he owned. It's wrong, isn't it? People inherit oil fields. From their family, they inherit palaces and thrones. These whore people lied. They're the Magogians that go away. Magog, when they get caught by warring against us, God sends that asteroid. Magogs have been caught. Last week's Parsha, the asteroid comes. And we are the house of Judah. So you see us. We don't believe another thing. It's not our God, whatever they make up that name. My name is Mashiach. Everybody says my ID. It means anointed. Anointed king and queen. It means anointed. We're a visible house. We don't believe another thing. The other thing tried to kill us. And they were wrong. See, they're not us. You know, we don't ever have any non-Jew over us. Mosaic law. The people lost. No Christian faith. Okay, so we talked to some Ken Epstein. Plea bargain was affected. He was a criminal trying to spy on us for American government. And he was a pedophile on those things. He spied on the government cover. And those are his relatives in that restaurant. They lied to those people. For $1 and for money.